Hello everyone! In this new stitch video, I'm going to show you how to do the chevron stitch. This stitch can be done with multiple techniques, but at the end of the day, what you're getting is this V-shaped pattern that's formed by increasing stitches in one part and then decreasing stitches in the other part. I previously knit up a blanket using a similar chevron pattern, and I've provided a link right here to that blanket. And I used this Caron Big Cakes yarn for that. And I think that was it was the same brand, because this one that you see here was the blanket that I'd knit up, or similar blanket with using this same blue and gray colorway. But I have not done a project yet with this type of knitting. Now the chevron stitches, the stitches used to make the chevron pattern here were different than this one. So you can certainly use either one to try and make the chevron, because there's lots of different ways to increase and decrease stitches. Depending on that, you can certainly choose whichever one you want. But this one, I've provided the pattern in the description field below, and I've used a couple different colors here to get a stripy effect. You can knit this just with one color, or if you use the Big Cakes type yarn that I just showed you, it's a self-striping type yarn, so you'll get that stripy effect on its own. So let me show you how this is knit up. You have to cast on a multiple of 12 stitches plus 1. So I've cast on 25 stitches here, which fits that rule. And after the cast on row, your first row is just a purl all the way across. So I've already done that. I just have a few more stitches to go. I'm going to go ahead and finish those. And the good thing about this pattern is it is just a 2-row repeat. So one row is just purl, the first row, purl all the way across. Then you turn your work. And then comes the what I call the pattern row. So the way that works is the first stitch, you just do a knit. Then you have to make one left. And what that is we're going to make a stitch from this bar between these two stitches. So you're going to take your right needle, insert it in that bar, and you're going to put it onto the left needle like so. Take your left needle and insert it like this from the top. Okay, and then the second part to this making one left is now we're going to knit this stitch through the back loop. So you're going to take your right needle and insert it into the back loop of that bar stitch and knit it. I have a slower demonstration to the make one left, and I'll give you a link right here if you want to check that one out. But that's it. You've made one left. Then you have to knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have to do a decrease. So that was increasing one stitch right here. Now we're going to do a decrease. So we're going to slip this first stitch. Then we're going to knit the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to pass this slip stitch over. That whole thing is abbreviated in the pattern as SK2P. So slip 1, knit 2 together, pass the slip stitch over. And that was our decrease. Then we knit 4 again. And then we make a make one right, an M1R. Very similar to making one left, except how you pick up the stitch and how you knit it. So again, we're looking for that bar between the 2 stitches. So insert your needle. But this time, to put it on the left needle, you're going to take your left needle and bring it from inside out to the top like that. Okay? And then you're going to knit that bar stitch from the front loop rather than the back loop like we did for the left. So that's the difference between make one right and make one left. And I've provided a link right here again to a slower demonstration of a make one right. And that is the repeat for this row. So you knit 1, you make one left, then you knit 4, you do an SK2P, so slip 1, knit 2 together, pass the slip stitch over, then you knit 4 again, and then you make one right. And you keep doing this repeat all the way to the last stitch. When you get to the last stitch, you're just going to knit 1. And that's it. That's the 2-row repeat. That'll give you this pattern. Now, if you decide that you want different colors and want to do a stripy effect like this, what you're going to do is, after you've done whatever section you want to do in one color and you want to switch, always I would suggest switching it at a row when you're going to do the purl stitch. And you're going to take your yarn, your second color yarn, just make a loop like this. Don't have to tie a knot or anything, leave about a 3 to 4 inch tail, and you're going to insert your needle and just take that, hook that on and start purling. And it'll be a little bit loose on at the start, that first stitch. After you've purled about 3 or 4 stitches, you can come back and take the tail. Oh, I started knitting with the tail. That is one thing you do want to pay attention to when you're joining yarn, is that you don't knit with the tail. Let's do that one more time here. Okay, so leave the tail and insert, knit. Make sure you have the working yarn and not the tail as you continue knitting. In this case, purling. And then you can come back here, tighten up these 2 tails right here, or the tail and the previous working yarn, and just tie a single knot to keep it in place, which you can take out later. And there you've joined your new yarn, and you can now continue knitting the pattern with this new yarn until you want to change it up again. And you can keep carrying the second yarn all the way along the way, as I've done here in this swatch, as you can see, especially on this side. I've carried the yarn, so you can do that and switch yarns, or you could use the self-striping yarn and just make it in just with one skein of that self-striping yarn, and you'll get a pretty striped effect. If I knit up the blanket with that, I'll definitely post a video on that one once that project is complete. And in the meantime, if you have any questions about this pattern, or any questions about other patterns or knitting in general, please leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll do my best to answer the questions. And in the meantime, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, Knittycat's Knits. Happy knitting all!